You've had 3 rushing touchdowns in the last 3 weeks. I think you even had 1 or 2 design runs for you last week. Are you a running quarterback?
Gosh, you guys. I don't know. I'll try to run when I need to, I guess. And if plays are dialed up, certain ways, then I'll basically do whatever the coaches ask, whatever they need me to do to try to help our team move down the field and win games.
Quit a slide the other day.
Yeah, that was fun.
Working on that?
Is baseball coming back?
I've played baseball my entire life. Yeah, no, that was just open field, able to take a slide. Just try to be smart, take care of yourself, and also take care of the ball when that happens too.
From the get-go, you seem to not like being categorized like a running quarterback or a game manager. Are you none of those things, or do you just not like being labeled?
I don't think anybody likes being labeled. I think we socially construct that, and I'll go all anthropological on you guys with that, but I'm minoring in it. So, no, I mean, I think you just want to, have certain labels that aren't, throwing you in a certain category. I think that's just kind of how a lot of people are, and that's obviously a grand assumption. But, I just want to help this team win. Whatever that label is, let's use that.
Jake, with you not being from Michigan or you're not being a long-term part of this rivalry, do you feel like maybe it's easier for you to look at as like, I have a job to do Saturday, I'm going to get the job done without any of like the Michigan State distraction?
Well, the rivalry games, I've played a bunch of them so far. And, growing up in South Florida, big rivalry games, Miami, FSU, Florida, whenever those guys play each other. It's just, you try to not get distracted by it, but you obviously know it's a big game for both schools. And everybody's really trying hard to win it. So, try to not get distracted by it, but still understand that it is one of those games.
You went to a bunch of those Miami games, right?
Yeah.
In the stands and everything?
Yeah.
And what was that experience? I mean, were you able to, as you grew, kind of grasp the hate in those games versus differently than the other games?
Hate's a strong word you throw out there, but no, I think
stands?
There's a lot of back and forth, between fans and friends who are best friends the whole year, and then that weekend all of a sudden they stop talking. So
you and your friends?
No, I was pretty good with it. I wouldn't get too crazy, but I know some people, it's just one of those things that you gotta understand that it is a big game. People really are passionate about their teams, and we'll see that on Saturday.
How many starts did you get against Michigan State when you were there?
Just one. Just only playing one time.
What do you remember about their scheme or how they played you?
Very solid defense. They'll, their secondary does a great job, but their front four and their linebackers also do a great job getting the ball. They're always where they need to be. That's something that we remember is they're in the right spots, very well coached, and that always creates obvious problems for you.
Are you getting better every week? Can you tell that?
I hope so.
I mean, can you tell, like, watching film or back over it?
Yeah, I mean, there's some things I'm a little quicker at decision making, or a little more confident in the decision making. But that's obviously better for coach to decide because he has a better grasp on working with players. I mean, for me personally, I think yes, I've seen improvement. And then other times, it's maybe the same play and you did it better last week. So obviously, you just want to continue to see the improvement and work towards getting better.
Are they giving you more every week?
What do you mean?
Are they giving you more options to work? You said when you get a play, you get a couple of plays, right, to choose from sometimes when you send it from the sideline. Is that? Someone had said that. You get to sometimes choose.
Yeah, but that's all based off study. That's based off what the defense.
But are there more options as you go? Is the playbook wider?
It depends on the week.
Okay.
To be honest, each week's a little bit different. Sometimes there might be a little bit more on your plate that week at the line, and other weeks there might not be as much. But that's not to say there's always a lot in the pass game. There's always a lot in the run game that we're looking for.
People say that this team might be further ahead than most thought it would be through 6-7 weeks. What's your reaction to that? What would you say, or why would that be the case? Isn't it?
I'd say let coach answer that one. Obviously that'd be a good thing if we are. And obviously we want to be as far ahead as we can. We want to be the best team we can be each and every week. And hopefully we're doing that.
How does this rivalry week compare to other rivalry weeks that you've been involved in? As a player, not as a fan.
Yeah. So far it's been pretty similar. Coach is always adamant about having really good practices. He's always been adamant about that, and we're just trying to do that and do the old cliche one day at a time thing and understand how important that is, because you start looking ahead and everything kind of falls apart.